sunflower to determine whether or not they were ready to uncover. We uncovered our wheatgrass, which you can see on top here, but we did not uncover our sunflower. And what we are looking at is to determine when to uncover the sunflower. So as a quick review, the wheatgrass, we felt the time was to uncover. It was well rooted in, it was well established, it was nice and firm. And you can see even from this still shot here, we've got really good growth. I did do a time lapse of this overnight, so we'll be able to show that later. And we can see, you can maybe tell from the image also that it's really leaning this way because I had a light on this one side here, just right around here, to get good time-lapse photos overnight. You can see that the crop was very responsive to that light. So it's put on about an inch of growth overnight, and by the end of the week it is going to be right up to the top of the lights there. Now the sunflower below is the one we are trying to determine. And the question I asked yesterday, and the question I'm going to ask again now is, do we uncover this sunflower now, or do we wait until tonight? And so you can see from this image, you can see now, you can see the stems, and what you can actually really see is the sort of curve on top most predominantly. And so what you have is the seed pointing down as well as the root pointing down, so it creates this arch. Now as a dicot, the way sunflower works is the seed is sitting on top of the soil, the root goes down and pushes the seed up, and the seed becomes the leaves. And what we do not see yet here is a good sign of stems. They're almost there. Like the white you see is in essence the stem, but it's that top curve. And we don't see the stem sort of poking up. So what we are going to do is we're going to leave this until tonight, and we're going to uncover it tonight because it could use just a little bit more time to do that. So I will lift this up just so you can take a little bit of a look. You can see we've got pretty good germination there. You can see things are moving along well, but a little bit more time is going to make a difference, especially because we took a bulk of the weight off yesterday. We had 14 pounds plus 6 pounds with the tray, so about 20 pounds on top. Now we just have the 6 pounds on top. So we want to leave that covered as long as possible. That's, as I talked about previously, that's going to strengthen the stems. It's going to make them much stronger as they push up. The weight helps keep the crop more uniform in size. And it's going to limit the amount of light it gets. It is now Tuesday. These crops were both sowed on Friday evening last week, and the wheatgrass will be ready to harvest on Friday. The sunflower will be ready to harvest on Saturday, but it is not quite yet ready to be uncovered. So we're going to leave this until tonight, and then tonight we will uncover. Another thing I'm looking for if I ever do peek is for mold, and you can't tell, but there's a tiny little bit here. But there's not really enough there for me to be worrying about it. If I saw mold throughout, just want to make sure I keep that on. If I saw mold throughout, then I would definitely uncover this on the early side. And this is okay to be uncovered. This is a level where I start to see that sort of curved top with the root going down and starting to push the seed up. I know it's getting more rooted in. However, because there's no stress on time and no limitations, I'm going to leave it to be uncovered tonight. So I have had a time lapse going all night, and I'm going to leave it throughout the day. And what I'm going to demonstrate with that is how much growth happens at this stage. You know, for 3 days, basically, the seeds kind of just sit there and send a root down. And then within this one day, that root and stem really push the seed out of the ground and really prepare it to be uncovered. And we'll get a good sense just within that time period as well of how quickly that wheatgrass grows. So we'll take a look at this again tonight, probably around 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll uncover both of these and then talk about how to manage these crops over the next 3 to 4 days before harvest.